Bye. Right, welcome back. We're starting to get into the final minutes of our conversation here in Sandton, looking at environmental issues. We had a number of questions just before the break, and one of them was looking at moving or building recycling plants in the townships to help with the township economies. How do we, is that something that's on the horizon? Yeah.
We are actually busy with one. It's almost complete in Tswane, Kwaggasrand. It's not a buyback center, multi-purpose center. And there we will be taking the separation at source recyclables. And then in the following year, I think we also want to add the green waste. You know, when you cut your trees, trimmings and whatever, that will also be taken there. And the third one that we also want to do is the building rubble. That will also be taken to that multi-purpose center. So we do definitely have one, and it will be open shortly.
Often when we have these conversations, we talk about the city landscape. What's happening in the more sort of peri-urban, rural environments? When we're having this kind of conversation, are they included? DG?
I thought what cities were going to speak. But let me venture this. Let's just close our eyes for a minute and remember, visualize Soweto 15 years down the line. You had scrap yards every corner. You had almost everything. That's not quite palatable. Let's look at Soweto now. It's green. It's got beautiful parks, you've got playgrounds for children, and so forth and so forth. So changes have actually happened, even in townships. More needs to happen, and that more is towards ensuring that we introduce new programs like that, which we are dealing with now, strategies on waste management, recycling, getting value chain upstream, for getting into industrialization and even produce waste that's like energy and so forth. So that's the next level that we are on. Look at my township where I come from, Mabopane. We used to run away, it was a big bush in front of our house. It's a beautiful park. Christmas Eve, we don't sleep. People are there. So life has actually changed even in this suburban area, in these townships. So it is not, we are not there yet, but it's important to note and have this picture in our minds, how we looked like, how we're looking like now, and where we are moving to.
Okay. I'm going to ask you to move quite quickly with this. There was that other question that Mpho Mohale asked as well.
Well, it was on the Buisa.
Yes, exactly.
The process, the Buisa is still happening, as you correctly said. It's not just e-bag now, it's also other recyclables. And we advertise for concepts to be submitted, and at the same time there is an engagement directly with municipalities. So using the municipal IDP planning process is the best way to actually get those proposals in order for us to then look at funding them, pending resources available. So that's how the process has been working. And secondly, just on rural areas, there are parks, for instance, greening initiatives that are undertaken in rural municipalities, integrated with other services like sports. Even I remember in is it Vuani or Giani, one of those municipalities? Currently, this Department of Sports is bringing outdoor sports facilities in an area that is being greened through the eco towns concept, which is what the earlier comment was. How do we continue the initiatives around eco-towns? They are also still continuing, and we still have the campaign about saving tomorrow today as part of creating the awareness around environment conservation and protection. And lastly, on the recycling infrastructure, there is a factor of cost and what the investment looks like. So moving waste, there is transport costs, and at least the person that was raising the question is also involved in the industry. The more you travel, the more you also, when you get to the recycling facility, probably it's not worth the effort because you're going to get so little out of what you have taken there. So the minister with MECs have agreed that we set up, at least have an initiative to set up recycling facilities, at least in each province. But for starters, we know that the technologies are not readily available because we're still not going to then create another pollution problem by using dirty technologies. We have to look for clean technologies and make sure that those investments are then going to give us the
We're running out of time, so I'm going to cut you off, but I just want to hear from the Weather Service very quickly, because we didn't even talk about the climate. Is there someone from the Weather Service here who always informing us and saving us from getting caught in the rain? Where's the Weather Service here?
There is Judy, there is...
All right, can somebody stand up from there? I just want a very quick comment. Just to keep reminding us about how serious this climate change story is and some of the things that you've been seeing as a result of that.
Okay, thanks very much.
Just say who you are first, and you've got a minute, literally.
Yes, my name is Tepong Goveni from South African Weather Service. In terms of the climate change and global warming, we've been experiencing, especially in the previous summer, we had an extended heat wave, which is a result of this global warming. We also see the extreme in terms of the weather events. We see the extreme storms. We see the extended drought that is with us now. So those are some of the repercussions of the climate change and global warming in our vicinity.
Right. So as citizens, we have to all do our bit to make sure that we mitigate these emissions that are causing these problems. Okay, unfortunately we've run out of time, but I do, and I normally give everybody a last talk, but I'm going to ask a minister to represent you as a grouping, and maybe just share final thoughts that we really need to be kind of taking into cognizance, and also a question here, when is the DEA going to release rhino poaching stats? So in your answer, if you could just answer Gabriella Williams.
Just very quickly, let me start with that one. No, we don't release rhino poaching stats. We release rhino report.
Okay.
Because there are measures that we are undertaking, and we do that quarterly. We've just done that a few months ago. We are now almost towards that time where we have to do it. Quarterly, please look up for it.
Okay.
There are many programs in the department which we work on with the municipalities, the overall objective being to make South Africa a better place for everyone to live in. And therefore, the Section 24 of our Constitution is being implemented to ensure that we have a healthy nation, we leave this environment for nations to come and for generations to come. So all of us are called upon to actually look at these as opportunities, because the kinds of things that we discuss here today require me and you, all of us, to actually engage. Look at opportunities. The mayor just indicated that there are opportunities where there are problems. So let's engage, let's work together, let's create jobs. With over 92,000 jobs that we have created, we can do more if all of us can actually get engaged. But let's also become responsible citizens to protect our environment, to ensure that climate change doesn't impact on us.
All right, Minister, thank you so much indeed. And so, Minister Edna Molewa, Councillor Mike Masina, MMC Petunia Mashava, and DG Nozibon Ngaba, thank you very much indeed. To our audience here, thank you so much. To you at home, Shaf Shaf, take care everybody, have a great day, and take care of your environment. Bye-bye.